All right, so it's time for another episode of Hogwarts Legacy. Since I'm taking my sweet ass time to get through this game. Probably should have let it boot up first, huh? Well, that would make sense. Why do we want to do that? There's the sounds.
Today, I in my house. Time for another.
Sometimes it takes forever to boot up. This would be one of the times. Preparing shaders for 5 minutes straight. I don't need any more shade. We just need to play as a wizard. starting to think I should have just rebooted my PC. Because this is... Back to TikTok. Okay. While I wait. Hey, it's moving.
Rest in peace, Tom Sizemore. The 61-year-old American actor from Saving Private Ryan passed away due to a brain aneurysm. Rest in peace, Tom. There's a lot of dookie. Rest in peace. Cheers.
Did you know that for Leon the Professional, John...
Kids, I'm going to tell you an incredible story.
We are finally loaded. How long did that freaking take? 7 minutes of load time. And we finally just now loaded. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn up the game sound since I always feel like it's muffled. Bing! The icon means that either you cannot mount in your location or you're already mounted and cannot dismount. This is the no flying icon, which I guess is a bird with wings, hippogriff something. Wait a minute, why is my... Let me refresh my screen over here.
Meet, here I come.
Okay.
All the latest listings right here.
Game's not fully loading, that's really weird. Hello viewers, welcome to the stream. We are going to do this mission here to talk to Piers Pemberton.
Statues took time and effort.
Pardon me, sir, but about those curious demiguise statues I've seen.
What? Who are you? Why do you ask?
They're causing Mr. Moon terrible distress.
Ha! Good. That was the idea.
So you did create them?
Yes, I did. It was a ploy to give that pathetic oaf Moon a taste of the grief he caused me years ago. You are the one who's been pilfering them.
I am, at the request of Mr. Moon. I received your owl on your stationery.
Ah. Well, fitting Moon would enlist a student. Too cowardly to do it himself. Huh. Hasn't changed a bit. Even when we were at school, he was a cowardly bully. Gave me a horrible nickname, which I shan't repeat. I was thrilled when we left school and he seemed gone for good. Then I started seeing him around Hogsmeade. It was too much. even if I do take satisfaction in that his life's destiny was to be a lowly caretaker.
Mr. Moon does a good deal for the school, and he's taught me a lot. He's terrified of those statues.
I know. You should have seen his face when that boggart appeared. Oh, priceless. That's when I knew what I needed to do. I simply didn't want to encounter him anymore. So, I shrewdly put a boggart in his path to learn his greatest fear. I then created the demiguise statues to keep him in his place, so to speak. The moons were an inspired play on his name. It worked brilliantly. Until you started clearing them out.
Sounds as if Mr. Moon deserved what he got. But perhaps it's time you both moved on.
Fair point, I suppose. If they've terrified him, as you say, he may have learned his lesson.
You know, I can teleport back to the castle, but I feel like flying might be more fun. What is... Oh, okay.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Sometimes a wizard just has to fly. This is one of those times.
Good. Mr. Moon, I've learned who's behind the demiguise statues. It was a classmate of yours that you bullied, Piers Pemberton.
Oh, I might have known. Pigtails Piers.
Rude.
I don't think he likes being called that.
Of course he does. Oh, he had such flowing locks, and we used to laugh about them. I laughed the hardest of all. Clever, clever man. I'd no idea he was so devious. I must go and congratulate him. Whatever statues remain seem less terrifying now that I know they were put out by old pigtails. Continue collecting them if you like. As for me, I'm gonna go and pay a visit to my old friend.
Once a coward, always a coward. Just ask Duncan Hoghouse.
Man, there's some lag and latency. I really do wonder if I should just reboot my system. Suppose I could do the Merlin trial while I'm out here.
Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do? Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
Glacius, Defender, Defender, Potato, Stupid One. Stupid One. Glacius, Defender. Bombarder. Confringo. Glacier. Levioso. Descendo.
Wonder what Merlin challenge this will be. Ooh, we've got some balloons to pop too. Let's see.
Revelio.
Yeah, I don't see the Merlin challenge. Oh, 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 they're over there. Which one was this one? Is this a break the pillar challenge?
Bombarder.
Yes, it was.
Revelio. Bombarder. Confringo. Revelio.
Gotta be one more around here somewhere to blow up. Here it is. Small blue off in the distance.
Bombarder.
Nice.
Revelio.
Was there more to blow up?
Bombarder. Revelio.
Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before.
You're here. Good.
Not quite yet, I'm not. There it is.
Bombarder.
Not so tricky after all, Merlin.
5 of them to blow up.
The brother who works the street couldn't pay me enough to sit behind a desk all day. Rather unwise to be back in.
Descender. Bombarder. Accio. Confringo. Glacius. Arresto Momentum. Levioso. Descendo. Glacius. Defender. Defender. Accio. Confringo. Arresto Momentum. Levioso. Descendo.
Didn't know there was a dueling challenge there that I just missed. Have to come back for that one later, I guess.
Wonder if I'm safe to explore in there.
You're here.
Now I'm
Good.
here. And now I save. Because saving is what we do. I mean, I haven't played since the 26th. Ooh, been slacking. Today is the 4th.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned,
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
Student report. The catacomb assignment yielded more than I imagined. Learning about our ancestors was illuminating. However, I stumbled upon something else I could not ignore. In an area behind the great room which had suffered decay. Amid the turned-over sarcophagi, I discovered an oddly shaped relic. Immediately I sensed its power. I would be thrilled to study the relic further, if only the removal of objects were allowed. Let us continue, shall we?
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
Lumos.
I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success.
Revelio.
Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Arresto momentum places. Confringo. Accio. At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. The rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
They're not.
Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Opening all of these is tempting.
This room is taller than it looks. We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Accio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Revelio.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Bombada. Leviosa. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Flipendo. Revelio.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Confringo. Accio. Revelio.
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there.
Save it just in case we get into a corner that we can't back out of.
Revelio.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
Glitches! Bombarda! Levioso! Descender! Potato! Stupid! Glitches! Bombarda! Levioso! Descender!
Revelio.
Confringo!
Revelio.
Okay, so this is the dead end. Glad I went back. Wasn't sure which way to go. Well, that's that box. I can levitate and jump on.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Accio. Revelio. We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do. Confringo! I need to find a safe way across. Accio. Revelio. There's something here by the altar.
I foolishly mentioned the relic in my report and was reminded to leave it where it lay, but research must come before my fealty to the rules. I sensed something about this relic. I was told that those chosen by English oak wands have powerful intuition. I believe it. Therefore, when no one was looking, I acted. I conjured 2 barricades to isolate the relic. Ancestors forgive me, but I used their very bones as the key. I plan to return to it, but first I must ready myself for our next assignment, learning the Imperious Curse. The spell is said to serve well against enemies. Hey, Redways, what's up? What's that? Yeah, how's it going?
What did you find?
So yeah, we're gonna need to use the bones to open up the path so we can walk across it on the bridge.
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
You already finished the game?
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
If this archway's been barricaded, we can find a way through.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
Not sure if I'm gonna be able to force the bones through here.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Wingardium Leviosa!
I knew it. Yeah, I know a couple people already finished the game, but I'm not rushing it. I've spent 50 hours in the game. I'm taking my time to pick through it. I've leveled up my character really far before continuing.
Wingardium Leviosa. That's a lot of bone rattle.
Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Yeah, I need that other group of bones that I already used over here. I wonder if there's a way to reset it.
Wingardium Leviosa.
This is why you save.
What did you find?
Revelio.
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of the door.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone.
This whole place. Glitches. Arresto the men. Accio. Confringo. Bombarda.
Ugh. Shame you're so foul.
Accio. Flipendo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You've done it. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperius Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if If you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Let's experiment making the bridge on the other side first.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. There we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Since I can drag those bones through, I gotta at least see what happens if I finish that bridge.
What
It's
did
gonna
you
drive me
find?
nuts.
Accio.
Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa.
How's it going?
Accio. Guardian Leviosa.
I have a feeling this might mess up my ability to open that door, but we'll see.
Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Repulsor.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Lumos. Accio. Descendo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Nope, 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 nope.
Lumos.
I think I got it over here, didn't I?
Revelio. Lumos.
Nope.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
There we go.
Rickety bone bridge complete.
Lumos. Accio. Arresto Momentum. Lumos. Accio. Lumos. Accio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Accio. Lumos.
Cool.
Revelio. Lumos. Accio.
So I just need 3 piles of bones.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Glacius. Confringo. Arresto Momentum. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Looks floating wall back there.
Revelio.
Yeah, this wall here looked like it was glowing.
Confringo. Bombardo.
Guess not. I'm just curious. Now the question is, can I pull 2 sets of bones off of this fridge? If I can, I'm in good shape. If I can't, well...
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Revelio! Confringo! Bombarda! Revelio!
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone.
If this archway's been barricaded, we can find a way through.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
It looks like it's complete.
Accio! Revelio! Accio!
I guess I can try to pull the bridge apart from this side.
Accio! Revelio! Lumos! Confringo! Revelio! Revelio.
Surely there's another way. Does it really let you get stuck? Yeah, I guess it needs one more, but I don't know where that bone set would be.
Revelio. Accio. Confringo. Revelio.
Opening all of these is tempting.
Revelio.
Alright. This is making zero sense.
Confringo. Bombarda. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Flipendo. Descendo. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa.
I don't understand why they would have a secret
Revelio.
that you can get into and unlock, but they don't have a way to continue the story. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this seems glitchy as...
Confringo. Accio. Confringo. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Placing. Flipendo. Flipendo. Revelio. Revelio.
I don't know how you're supposed to continue.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
So it does look like it's glitched. If I'm looking at this correctly, the bones don't fall out in the room if you already have the bones there for the bridge, which is stupid. So if I reload this again, and if I do this the right way, I don't drag bones through underneath it.
What did you find?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone.
Confringo!
Lumos. Confringo. Lumos. Incendio. Accio. Guardian Leviosa.
I need to find a safe way across.
Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa.
Rickety bone bridge complete.
So basically what ended up happening is I placed 3 bones by dragging them from the main room. And these are considered 2 sets of bones. So when I took a double set, it was basically like putting down 5, which locked them in. And then I took the one that was 2 from this room back to the other room. So yeah, this is straight up a glitch in the game that allows you to lock yourself from moving forward. Leave it to me to find bugs. That was frustrating. Thinking I'm being clever by forcing the bones onto the archway to force it forward, and in fact I permanently locked myself from moving forward.
Accio.
That was frustrating. It was extremely frustrating.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Arresto Momentum. Glacius. Confringo. Arresto Momentum. Accio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Now here's the other thing, is when I saw that earlier, that definitely looked completed, but for whatever reason it didn't count. So using the bridge bones didn't help with this, but it was definitely a full circle.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You've done it. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
That's frustrating.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries.
I just want to learn all the
Focus your
spells in the
wand's
game.
movement. It's not an easy spell to master. There we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Revelio. Glacius. Confringo. Accio. Arresto Momentum. Sendo. Confringo.
That's cool.
Revelio.
I don't know which way to go. I want to make sure I get everything. That's got a big spider down there.
Confringo. Glacius. Arresto Momentum. Confringo. Accio. Descendo. Protego. Leviosa. Bombarda. Glacius. Descendo. Confringo. Leviosa. Stupid. Levioso! Descendo! Glacius! Bombard! Levioso! Descendo!
Never knew spiders could make
Revelio.
such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it?
Confringo! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Revelio! Revelio!
This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
I feel like that's the way to go, so I'm gonna go left first if I can, and I'll go straight ahead.
Revelio! Accio! Revelio!
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Accio! Confringo! Accio! Accio!
That worked. Keep going. This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols.
Revelio! Accio! Glacius! Arresto momentum! Accio! Glacius! Confringo!
Same symbol that's
We've
on
rid
my
the
hand.
world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Revelio! Confringo! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
All right, so far so good.
Revelio.
I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
For a moment there, I thought that'd never end.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
The relic contains abundant potential. Its possibilities can benefit not only wizardkind but the world, but the dark sacrifice involved to realize its intent may be too great. Until we know more, please do not remove this relic.
Sebastian! The relic! Look! Could it be? The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake. I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret. Especially from my uncle.
Revelio.
Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows. I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
Let me guess, you can't leave through the gate. Oh, okay.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again. As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne. When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like ominous. It'd only upset her. Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
How do you expect to You up, inevitable. I'm gonna
Glaciers, bombard. Let me I'm handling it.
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
Revelio.
That was fun.
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic, even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne, Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
Thank you for your persistence and cleverness. I confronted Piers about it, and he confessed straight away, the old rascal. We've agreed to let bygones be bygones. Don't forget to say hello the next time you're in the Three Broomsticks. Thrilled to be back there again.
That's insane. I mean, I kind of agree you shouldn't use the unforgivable curses, but...
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed. You should be proud of all the potions you brewed.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
You'd think knowing cells would simplify.
You're back! Nice to see you again. What are we looking for today?
So I can keep buying the house broom over and over again, huh? I identified my stuff. What the hell?
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
stop her thieving.
The Ministry's good work if you can get it.
Hello there. Ready for a little change in fashion, are we? Plenty to choose from here, so take your time. You won't be disappointed. That's a Gladrag's promise. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion.
Nothing to identify, for now at least.
Go talk to Sebastian.
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh. That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought, she handed it to me. "This will keep you safe," she said. "It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet."
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
Can't believe I've been playing for 2 hours. Man, this game is like so addicting. This is why I don't play it that often anymore, because when I start playing, hours go by.
Oh, good, you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
What?
Hello there. Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me, being self-taught and all.
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Lord Glock is waiting. Should we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Okay. Wow, that's a hell of a trek.
Off on another adventure, are we?
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Yes, of course.
The door is looking at us.
No, it's not, because I'm invisible. The mind's eye. That's actually kind of entertaining.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
Revelio.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward. Revelio.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
Accio. Revelio.
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Accio.
Why would there be a mine that requires wizard spells
To get across
traverse?
this gap somehow. We need to be careful. As I'm sure you know, not all goblins are as friendly as Lodgok, to say the least. Revelio.
I'm on for a bacon and mushroom stew. Ranrock is sure to appreciate the extra work we're doing.
Totalis. We're being watched by a door.
What's going on out there? Watch your step round here.
We won't get through as long as we can be seen by that eye. Totalis. Bombarder. Revelio.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word. I should use disillusionment. That eye won't see a thing.
using disillusionment?
Revelio. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere. A schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Thought you spoke gobbledygook. Good thing I brought you along for nothing.
Totalis. Someone there? Wait a moment. One of the best meals I've ever eaten.
That's the last
Revelio.
Unfortunate, really. I'd imagine most goblins to be brilliant and kind. Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed. If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what?
Revelio.
I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Something rather large. Good thing I have the expert with me.
In the mines at one time or other.
Who is it?
This might be the best meal I've had in years. No, I mean it. I don't think I should need to eat again till next week. Show yourself, if you're there. Petrificus totalis. I was only following orders. Leave your accusations in someone else's direction if you don't mind.
I feel as though I'm not alone.
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected. Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Confirming. Revelio. Revelio. Backing up. Guardian Leviosa. Revelio.
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Lumos. Not an entanglement we need right now. Revelio.
So I'm glowing and invisible. So is it just a light glowing in the middle of the air, or like, how does that look to people who are watching me? Just out of curiosity. Even though I know no one's watching me right now, it just kind of makes you wonder. Oh.
Revelio.
When the war is over, goblins will rule over wizards at last.
Okay.
Petrificus totalis.
Arrest them. Kill spells belong to
What's the point of this distraction? When he doesn't give up! I won't win. Is that the best you can do?
Expelliarmus.
Stop.
One leg Let's get this over with. Rather unwise coming back this way. Descendo. Blessing. Guavada. Levioso. Descendo.
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them I'll meet.
I usually like pulling their axes out of their hands and flinging it back at them.
Revelio.
But I didn't really get a chance to do that this time. It's okay.
At sneaking about. You'll see.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
Well, before I do that, I want to make sure I get every chest that I can. There's this other chest out here. I guess let's get this thing first and then head up.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. Revenue.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
Why am I glad that he came with me? And where is that chest through the wall? Like, he didn't do anything. Like, even the image at the end there, it was like a freaking picture. It was an obvious drilling machine. Why did I need a gobbledygook expert to read that?
Aloha, Mora. Revelio. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Because he said that, I'm a little worried now. So he ran ahead of me?
Can we please talk about what just happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
He's gonna walk back. Where's your broom? Oh, goofy Ravenclaw.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lord Gok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
That was gonna hit 34. Gotta sell my outfits now.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
If it means it's got Wingardium Leviosa makes
Before you ask, I'm all out of the new socks, so if your feet are smelly, you'll have to work it out for yourself.
Identified head item, but it shows a robe. I don't understand. Seems like a glitched item. And he sells another one?
You won't be disappointed. That's a Gladrax promise.
So confused.
suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
What is this? Oh, it's a stargazer.
Likely this astronomy table will be best used when it's dark. Knowing Amit, he's likely studied here. Wonder who lives here.
Unicorn blood was...
Oh, my sincerest gratitude. You brave soul.
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
Glacius! Levioso! Bombard!
Overhead slam, right? That's got to be the overhead slam right there. No?
Glacius! Levioso! Confringo! Arresto Momentum! Accio! Bombard!
Damn. How is that not his overhead slam? What's his overhead slam then?
Protego! Stupefy! Bombard! Glacius! Levioso! Descendo! Confringo! Arresto Momentum! Accio! Glacius! Confringo!
Revelio.
I don't get it. Alright, I'm saving my game here, and I'm turning it off for the night.